Yo, what's the deal? What's going on? We live uh, on a what's today? On a Tuesday. What's going on? D Wood say I might be done with the Viking shit. They stress you out that bad, my boy. Don't let the Vikings do you like that, nah. But we do gotta talk about the JJ McCarthy and all that nonsense. What's going on? I'm gonna do another live stream on. I don't understand how throughout all of this mess, Kevin O'Connell seemed like the only one who was getting the pass. Like that's crazy to me. That's really crazy to me, y'all. Like, TB, what's the deal? Daniel, what's going on? How do Kevin O'Connell keep on getting the pass? And we hearing all the reports coming out talking about JJ don't like, or JJ McCarthy is hard to work with. Mike Penny ain't like Kevin O'Connell. B-Flow have problems with Quasey. Like, we hearing everybody have problems with everybody except Kevin O'Connell. Like, that's crazy, man. Y'all don't know what's going on, man. KOC is narrating everything that's going on with the Minnesota Vikings, man. I'm not even lying to y'all. Yeah, KOC now calling the shots with the Vikings now. Yeah, but I got a list right here, y'all. And for people that say JJ McCarthy is bad, I don't know if y'all can see this list. This is just 6 people. Well, 6 quarterbacks who was bad their first year. You got Troy Aikman, you got Peyton Manning, Josh Allen, Steve Young, Alex Smith, Jared Goff. In the other list, you got John Elway, Terry Bradshaw, Drew Brees, and Matthew Stafford. And you got Vikings fans on the internet that is ready to trade JJ McCarthy away after one season. Like, how do that make sense? Angel, what's going on? PR team working OT to make OC look good. Dysfunctional family. Yeah, it just, hey man, this shit right here just beyond me, man. Like, y'all don't see what's going on. Kevin O'Connell is behind all of this shit. But we not hearing shit about Kevin O'Connell. Ain't got a problem with nothing. JJ McCarthy is difficult to deal with. Who the hell y'all think that came from? The owners or the defensive coach? Like, come on, man. We hear everything about the Minnesota Vikings, but not one report say anything about Kevin O'Connell. Like, come on, man. We know, I know what's going on. Yeah, Hall of Famers. Let's go through this list again. Because people ready to get JJ away. Troy Aikman, his first year, he was 0-11 as a starter, 9 touchdowns and 18 interceptions. Peyton Manning first year, he went 3-13, 26 touchdowns, 28 interceptions. Later, 5 MVPs and won 2 Super Bowls. Josh Allen first year, 52 completion rate, 10 touchdown passes, and 12 interceptions. Hold on, y'all. It get deeper. Angel, what's the deal? Then you got Alex Smith, first year starting, 1 touchdown, 11 interceptions in 7 games. Then you got Jared Goff. TB, what's the deal?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. No, for real though.
You can't hear me? Hang on.
Then you got Jared Goff, who was a rookie. He went 0-7, 5 touchdowns. I still can't hear you. I don't know if you said that, but Jared Goff had 5 touchdowns.
I just started talking now.
7 interceptions. Later on, no, I don't know. Hold on. What the fuck? Yo, microphone, that's on your side.
Is it?
Oh, then okay. That's my bad. That's my volume low.
Oh, that's on you then, dude.
Say something, TB.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. My bad. That's my volume was low.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, you up here talking about history. What's gotten to you? You bringing up history.
I just want to get a list because people really want to. But people want to trade JJ and look at the list of quarterbacks that was bad. Then on the other list, you got John Elway, 7 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Later on, won 2 Super Bowls. Terry Bradshaw, he had 6 touchdowns and 24 interceptions, but later won 4 Super Bowls. Drew Brees, we know, and Matthew Stafford. But what I'm trying to tell people is JJ McCarthy was bad. That don't mean it's time to get rid of JJ McCarthy. Look at Brett Favre in Atlanta Falcons in the Green Bay Packers situation.
And Green Bay got lucky on that one.
Like I'm just saying though, but still though, you don't trade a young quarterback away after 1 or 2 seasons.
But you know what? This is the thinking of Viking fans. You know, we haven't had a franchise quarterback up here probably since Dante. And yet you've got the chance to have one now and you want to get rid of him because they'll use the injury excuse.
Right.
But it takes time with a young quarterback. And like you said before, and I've been saying all the time, where is the heat on Kevin O'Connell's ass? He has got no heat. And a lot of this is on him.
I want to know, man, like, what's going on?
Well, now he's running the Vikings. He's running the Vikings. There was a power play, I'm sure, to get rid of Kwesi and make Kwesi the scapegoat. And they did. PR-wise, you know, everything that's wrong with this team was because of Kwesi. But the main problem is still with the team, and that's Kevin O'Connell. So until the Vikings address that, or until at least they address what's going on with the whole front office, don't expect anything different from this team. That's all I'm saying. Just expect the same BS we've been getting.
Man, you gotta tell me, man.
You know,
to me, the shit crazy though.
And here's the thing. And now here's another thing too. A lot of people want the Vikings to fail because then they can get that top 3 pick. Here's the thing, folks. There's no guarantee those quarterbacks coming out of college are going to work in the NFL. There's no guarantee at all.
Well, why
they should work with the rules and everything, but they don't. They don't always work. And I think to put your hope in with a rookie quarterback, it takes time. And it's almost as if
hold on, TB.
It's almost as if the Vikings are preaching they want to take this time, but they don't. They're sending out 2 mixed messages. They want a young quarterback, but they want a young quarterback that's ready to come in here and play. And you want a quarterback that can just step in and run Kevin O'Connell's playbook. Right. The Viking fans want everything right now, and you got to be patient. You just got to be patient. This, like I was telling D Wood, all this talk gives you guys with podcasts great conversation pieces and keeps you talking all year. But as a fan, it's frustrating as hell, especially one that's been a fan as long as me. This is probably the most dysfunctional I've ever seen.
I'm about to make the switch, Tony. I'm about to switch it up, man.
I'm
about to switch it up. I'm about to give me some round season tickets, man. They on sale right now, man. I'm about to switch that shit up, man. Hey, can I trade in my Justin Jefferson jersey for a Puka Nacua? Can I do that, man? We about to be Rams, Skol, Rams state of mind type shit in here, man.
You know what? You need to wait because the Rams are changing their uniforms, and from what I'm hearing, they're going back to their old school blue and white uniforms.
Oh, hey, you know what? That's cool. That's cool because hey, my pops was a big Deacon Jones fan, so you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was. I mean, well, they might be going back to that, but I mean, with this team. I don't have words for him anymore, guys. I just
you know what? Like TB, if I'm McCarthy's agent, just like I told you earlier, if I'm McCarthy's agent and McCarthy, I'm asking for a trade right now, bro. Like, get me up out of here,
Yeah,
man. Like
you
this
should do.
isn't good for me. Every other day, you got shit coming out to where like I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Like, let's just this relationship is already fractured. Let's just move on. Send me somewhere else to somebody gonna actually want me. Because you can see Kevin O'Connell don't want McCarthy. He don't want McCarthy.
Kevin,
That's why
this will be the
he put all this
downfall.
shit out.
Yeah, and this will be the downfall of the Vikings because
Yes.
right now you're heading into that Brad Childress thing with the Vikings when they went through a Brad Childress. You're heading into it now with Kevin O'Connell.
Yep.
And it's not a good thing. So if I'm McCarthy, yeah, I want out.
I want out. Maybe the Wilfs trying to do this to make the value of the team bad so they can sell it. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know, but I tell you what, though.
You know what though? It's if they're trying to sell the team, please do because you ain't been with the team since you got here.
The Vikings is going backwards, man. This what I don't understand is I don't even blame the owners. How so many fans riding with Kevin O'Connell after 4 years and we didn't get nothing out of the deal. But people talking about the shit I'm confused about.
Because they stupid.
Help me out.
Because they stupid.
Kevin O'Connell to get another veteran quarterback when we had two, we got nothing out of the deal. And the last one we had, he leave us, go to a better play caller. He win the Super Bowl. But nobody blaming KOC for shit.
No.
You know why they're not blaming KOC for nothing up here? And it's very obvious, and I'll be honest. I live here. This fucking state likes mediocre. Bottom line.
The fans like
mediocre.
Yeah.
No, he's not even a mediocre coach. He's a terrible offensive coach. But the fact that he won 13 games his first year glossed over the fact that, guess what? They got outscored by their opponents in those games. He makes the playoffs every other year. And Mike Zimmer. And then the only reason he had success the last 2 years of any kind is because he's got a defense coordinator named Brian Flores.
That's it.
Bottom line.
That's it.
Anybody that knows football, even a little bit, whatever level you played or whatever, you understand football. You look at KOC and you're like, this guy ain't it. He's just not.
And especially he ain't it with all this stuff being reported right now. It's like Zoe said earlier. There's Kevin O'Connell trying to spin a narrative that he is a good coach. If you're the good coach, shut the fuck up, get to work.
Exactly.
Let's get to work. Let's fix this shit. Let's get to work. Like, you're gonna be fired anyway, and you gotta think about it on the other side looking in. You're doing all this in the media. You think somebody's gonna hire you when you get fired?
Well, here's the problem with it too. Unfortunately, you've got the media up here that basically KOC can do no wrong, starting with the cheerleader over at the radio station that you interviewed, D Woods. He can do no wrong. And they will put the word out there that he is this great person, blah, blah, blah. He's one of the brightest minds and elite minds in the NFL. Does that sound familiar?
That's bullshit.
No, he's not. He's terrible.
Listen. Any Vikings fan that room for KOC after 4 years in, you don't know shit about football. It don't take that fucking long to turn the team around.
Look at New England.
Look at Seattle.
Look at Denver.
Like, damn.
It's not. Here's the thing with the Wilfs. The Wilfs their business model sucks because, first of all, the Wilfs don't want to have that rebuild because it affects ticket sales. Well, guess what? You're going to have it. You're going to have to be down in order to come back up. You can't stay consistent. You can't stay 9-8. 9-8 gets old. Like I said, they're on the hamster wheel.
Look at it, bro. Y'all done fell off, bro. Nobody think about no line. Y'all done fell off. Y'all low key in the same boat we in. Y'all just don't know it yet. But KOC though, like Two Evil said, is there a better coach than KOC? He won over the Super Bowl. I think he trolled.
Okay, you know what? Let's give that credit where credit is due. KOC didn't do shit in that Super Bowl, but sit up and watch it. That's all he did. That was Sean McVay's offense. That was Sean McVay's team from the start.
Hey, Two Evil, I'm gonna ask you this though, right? You talking about Kevin O'Connell in the Super Bowl? They had
him. Think about that. Like the Rams been back and forth. They haven't missed a beat without him. So what are you talking about?
He can't win
Like,
shit
shit's
in Minnesota, man. If Vikings fans want to trade, like, I don't care nobody say. I'm picking JJ McCarthy over Kevin O'Connell.
I am too.
That was
I am
come down to. You got to pick one.
Oh, I'm picking JJ McCarthy all day.
JJ McCarthy is coming from Jim Harbaugh. He know a real coach versus a bullshit coach a mile away. He know Kelsey don't know what the fuck he doing.
Yep.
And remember, this all started when they did not hire Jim Harbaugh. This bullshit started.
And Carl will come back fast.
It's hitting them now. It's hitting them now.
It's hitting them now.
It's hitting them now. And when it really hits them, and it's going to hit them this year, because I tell you what, there's already been a fraction in that locker room, and it could get worse this year, win or lose. Yep. You lose that locker room, it's done. You're done. You've got these other two coaches behind you that know damn, you want to backdoor somebody, KLC. Guess what? It can happen to you too.
Yep. What goes around comes around, man.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. Like, I've never seen a franchise and the media that supports the franchise talk so much shit about the quarterback that's on the roster. Like, this ain't like they already traded him. It's like, nah, man, he's only played 10 games, and y'all really fix y'all motherfucking thumbs or whatever y'all using to write these articles to put this shit out on this young quarterback. Like, what does that do for him though, right? Like it's just I don't want to be a Viking at this point right now. I'm just being real.
They might be using their ass to type.
Well, and here's another thing too. All this talking and bickering that this team is doing, all this shit that they're saying, especially with KLC, what makes you think you're going to get free agents up here?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
What makes what veteran in his right mind is going to think, okay, they've got a real good thing going in Minnesota? No, they don't.
And you know what it's going to be, TB? They're going to say, oh, we couldn't get enough free agents because Quasi messed the cap up. Not to mention that Brzezinski been the cap guy for 28 years.
Brzezinski been the cap guy for the last 29 years, but it's all crazy. You know what, guys? I'm just going to put it. When all else fails, blame the brother.
Blame the brother. That's how that shit works, man.
Blame the brother. That's all. The position that was screwed up the most is the one that we brought Kevin O'Connell in here to look over. That's the position.
Yeah.
He ain't do shit.
And he's made it worse.
He ain't do shit. Vikings fan just send back, oh, Kevin O'Connell need this quarter. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Please. Shut the fuck up. Kevin O'Connell don't need no damn quarterback. What quarterback is good with Kevin O'Connell?
You know what an NFL team really needs? The NFL team needs really an above average quarterback, but if you got a good, strong running game, competent line play, and a strong defense, you're going to go a hell of a lot farther than a team with an elite quarterback.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, we seen that with Kansas City. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. That's
you're
true.
going to go a lot farther. And here's the thing. Everybody's like, Sam Darnold this, Sam Darnold that. Sam Darnold went to a better situation with
That's my man, Scott, man. He a Lions
here in
fan.
Minnesota.
That's my boy,
what
Scott,
I hate to
man.
hear,
He a
though?
Lions fan. He trolling right now.
You know what I hate to hear, though, fellas?
Okay, tell your boy, don't troll me, motherfucker. I'll say some shit you ain't going to like.
I'm just so tired of hearing, oh, Sam Darnold, the Minnesota Vikings dropped the ball on Sam Darnold. Darnold left for a better situation.
Yeah, he got paid.
Like he left. Daniel Jones left for a better situation.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to blame it on somebody else because somebody else didn't sign. When your girl left you, she left because she wanted a better situation for her. Like, stop that shit, man. Like,
no. Their old lady left him because it was Quasi's fault. Get it straight.
Yeah.
It was crazy
about that shit. It was crazy for him, man.
Yeah,
it was crazy for him.
What up, T-Bad?
I'm just tired as hell of every time I go on. It's got to be Minnesota Vikings about freaking quarterback. Either it's something about JJ McCarthy, or we're bringing in this guy. We're gonna resurrect Johnny Unitas from the dead and bring him back. It's ridiculous. If people would just stop paying attention, if people would just stop, Viking fans would just stop paying attention to all this fucking drama, it would go away.
But you know what, T-Bass? Here's a problem with that. This team loves the drama because up here, it keeps them in the news all the time. Baseball season started.
Good look, I appreciate that.
The Timberwolves and Wild are in the playoff hunt. And what are we talking about? The Viking quarterback situation.
I mean, it's been like this since the day JJ McCarthy was drafted. It's just crazy the hype about JJ McCarthy completed 5 out of 6 passes in practice. Who gives a fuck? But it would be news. It would be news. JJ McCarthy took a dump, and it was a great texture and a perfect brown color. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then all the hypes, and then he doesn't perform like a superstar quarterback coming out of the gate. Then it's all this.
But
Vikings need to trade him, and blah, blah.
But you know what, T-Bass? This is where I think there's a conspiracy theory because I think KOC set him up to fail.
Well, here's where I think.
Who calls the plays? Who decides the offense? Who put that offensive line together in front of him? Who's got JJ McCarthy playing under center more than he should be when he spent more time in pistol in college?
I think we're going to struggle until the Wills figure out, in my eyes, this is just my opinion, the most successful people in business or in sports or in anything, they don't have the ego. They have an ego, but they're not as concerned at being the smartest guy in the room. Successful leaders surround themselves with very smart, intelligent people, and they're not concerned about having the label of, oh, this guy, he's the best at what he does.
Here's another thing.
Military business or whatever.
Here's another thing with the Wilfs too. It would help if they were in town to overlook their business. They're not in town.
No, that's what I've been saying. It's a branch of their business empire.
Yeah,
that's all.
They're not. They don't take this. They got their stadium. They got their complex. They got everything that they've developed. That's what they're good at. But running a football team, okay, the jury's out. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of hoping what that Fish guy was saying, and I was kind of looking more into it. I'm hoping that, I don't hope anything bad for the guy, but I think buying an NFL team was more of Ziggy's baby, and he brought his.
So I'm gonna give you guys a little homework thing here, especially for you, Zoe. This is history, but I want you to look at it. Okay.
Sure.
Take a look at those giant teams after they won a Super Bowl, because that is the model that the Wilfs are running with, because they were Giants fans, especially after they won that Super Bowl when the missed field goal against Buffalo. Giants won that Super Bowl. They got hot. And that's where the Wilfs whole thing of, guess what? All we got to do is make the playoffs, and whatever happens after that happens. All the Giants Super Bowl runs were because they got hot in postseason. They were the only team that was dominant was the 86 team.
Yeah, but they must not be good Giants fans, because they should understand that Giants got all that good coaching all the way from Parcells to Coughlin. Like they have better coaches. Kevin O'Connell ain't Tom Coughlin, and he ain't Bill Parcells. Like
that's the big one. That's the big one, T Woods. But they're looking at this. What happened to the team after they went to the Super Bowls? They were very average and below average. And
but wasn't that model also with Coughlin being good every other year?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but Coughlin got 2 rings though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When they were good, they were Super Bowl.
And let's face it, the Vikings have had some teams that should have been in some Super Bowls, but for whatever reason, they weren't. But it's after those runs where you're looking at them like, what the hell are you doing? You're not even trying to keep the consistency. There's always some sort of drama, some sort of power struggle, some sort of BS. There always is.
Well, I think what the Vikings have struggled with for years is they have an attitude, we're good. Let's leave it be. Let's not try to get great.
And you know what? And that's the whole thing. And they made that mistake after that 2022 season, which that record was flawed. Let's just be honest.
I think the problem with the Vikings is like just like sort of what T-Bass said, their philosophy is like you can't always be in win now mode. And what I mean by that is you can't go every year. We're always thinking one or two pieces is going to help you win. You have to have the the vision to say, hey, you know what? Let's just do this. But this might be a year where we might take a step back. But at the same time, we're going to be a whole lot better. And if you think about it, that's why they have the problem at quarterback, because they're always trying to get the next quarterback that's going to prop them up to win a couple of games. You can't keep doing that.
No,
You're going to have to sit back and develop somebody.
Well, that's now where you have to bring a guy in, a GM or a head coach that has that vision.
But here's a problem with that, T-Bass. Now, this is the biggest problem. Whoever they bring in is going to want complete and total control of that front office and that team.
I hope so.
And that's that's what they need. And guess what? The Wilfs won't give it to them. That's why probably Rob Brzezinski's probably going to get the full-time GM gig.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's going to get the full-time. Now, Rob could pull a power play and be like, well, hell, if I'm the GM, it's my call. So whose head are you going to go over when it comes to me? You can't do to me what you did to Kwesi.
They need to bring in an outside.
Unless that's why they kept Grigson. Unless that's why they kept Grigson.
To be the GM, general manager?
To be that de facto general manager in the shadows, like they did with Brzezinski.
I strongly believe there's a bunch of NFL teams that, even though ownership has changed or whatever, that blueprint is passed on, and that's why they're always consistently considered one of the most successful organizations in the league, is because they pass on that blueprint. The Vikings don't have that blueprint.
Well,
they're
they
just
also have
this.
Those people with success also, T-Bass, have football team running their football team.
Yeah, well, that's part of the blueprint.
Yeah,
the Steelers.
We've got everybody who used to run a damn taco stand in downtown Minneapolis running the Vikings. I mean, come on, you're not gonna.
The Vikings, I ain't gonna lie. The Vikings ain't gonna be good, man, until the will sell this bitch. Cause look what's going on. Like, we got people, and we got the Viking ownership that really, in so many words, picking Kevin O'Connell over a quarterback you just drafted. Like, I see Jaden Daniels, his rookie year. You know what the Commanders did? Run the same offense he ran in college. I'm looking at Drake May, Josh McDaniels. He got a simple offense he running in New England. But we see JJ McCarthy dropping back, scanning the fucking field like he looking for a motherfucking satellite or some shit. Like, come on, man. This shit terrible. This shit bad.
And just watching, Zoe, you bring up a good point. Just watching how KOC has run this offense, that's a good indicator as to why he never was the offensive coordinator for any of the teams he was with.
He don't know what the fuck he doing.
Yeah, and his whole speed, and it's a telltale with KOC. When he came out there and said, you have to know my playbook, I'm not going to change my playbook for any player. That player has to know my playbook.
Man, fuck your playbook.
It's like, and that's like the hardest playbook in all of football. So
but the playbook not good.
What got better playbooks on Madden?
I could write a better playbook in the next 5 minutes.
Bro, like, that's the part I'm confused on. Like, I can understand with your playbook, you'd have been to a Super Bowl, or you done won a lot of playoff games, but you ain't done none of this shit.
He's done none of the above.
The Vikings' current owners are very good at listening to what the fans want, right or wrong, and giving them what they want. And, that equates to sometimes good fantasy numbers. Fantasy football isn't the real world. And so
fantasy football is not the real world, but put it this way. This team will never be in the black as far as money goes, but you're going to have to tear it down and start all over again eventually.
But then how long can you keep on pulling the bullshit out until Vikings fans wake the fuck up? I told TB earlier, I don't blame the Wills. I blame the Vikings fan for this shit. Cause we got fans on the internet talking about we need a veteran quarterback. Shut the fuck up. We had veteran quarterbacks.
And you know what?
Last year he won a Super Bowl.
And when I see that, it's like I'll be the first one to type back. Tell me you don't know shit about football by telling me you don't know shit about football.
It's about 1,000 of them motherfuckers on Twitter. That's why I don't be on that motherfucker.
Here's the problem. You know what social media did? It gave an outlet to idiots to voice their stupid ass opinions.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Look.
And everybody now thinks they're an expert at everything thanks to the internet.
Tony, you can probably you're the same age as me. Let's look at the upcoming draft. When we were, teenagers in high school and stuff, what you had to do? You had to either buy a magazine or get your Viking monthly report. Read, a little bit about the draft and who they projected as the first pick. It was all about the number one, the first round draft, and that's it. And you kept that by your toilet. It was good crap reading and stuff, And then now it's all these mock draft simulators, and everybody knows these kids all the way back into the 7th round and stuff. And these mock drafts are never right. They're never right after.
No, what it is too much. There's too much information out there. That's the thing.
So then again, there's people who are like, we need this guy. We have to have this guy, To me, this year, I don't care what everybody says about defensive back, unless somebody's really good at the board. Most sensible pick is getting a big defensive back. I think that's the most important thing.
My whole thing is it really doesn't matter who you draft. You don't have the coaching staff that's going to develop those players.
No.
And I'm a big believer in best option available, unless
they not developing nobody.
Not developing players. That's the bottom.
Not developing. He ain't developing a fucking soul on defense. Mm-mm. And Kelsey the same on offense.
And keep this in mind, folks. I think Harrison Smith is coming back for another year.
He don't need to.
I wish he wouldn't, but he's probably coming back for another year.
That just means we may pass on a really good chance at a safety in a second or third round. Smith is back, and that's sad.
Yeah,
because again, that's what the fans want. They want Harrison Smith back. They want 22 out there, even though not be good for the team. And that's taking nothing away from Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith, old as hell.
You know who's undefeated? Time.
You ain't
who's going to remain undefeated? Time. As a player, you got to know when to hang it up. And Harrison needs to realize you got to hang it up. And then you become, if you don't hang it up and you're still out there, then you become a detriment to that defense.
And you become ass. And all we're going to remember the last play you played.
Yeah. And that's.
I can't believe he's coming back, because last year when he missed a lot of that stuff, I was thinking, wow.
Yeah. He'd be coach.
And now that's another thing, too. When I talk about the Vikings PR, they never said what exactly was wrong with Harrison Smith.
I thought they said his mother had some health issues or something.
I never heard that.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I never heard that. They kept it hush hush. So, if he comes back, I don't think he should. I think he should have hung it up a couple of years ago.
These guys now, they make so much money. It's not. You know, you want to be around football still.
Be a
You
coach.
know.
Be a scout.
Yeah.
Coach, a scout. He can probably get an announcing gig or some.
You can't.
halftime
His
or
playing days have now become. They're coming. I mean, nobody plays forever, no matter what the NFL tries to do, especially with these damn quarterbacks. They got quarterbacks playing until they're 50. You can't play that long. You just can't. So we'll figure out what happens. But this team got old in a hurry. Within a couple of years, they got old.
They couldn't draft and develop players.
You don't draft and you don't keep your draft picks.
Yeah, you don't develop them. You don't do it. Matter of fact, you cut them before anything. You know, it's like
some of the guys, that veteran low or whatever that's on the
Vidarian Lowe. He's with the Patriots.
He's a pretty decent swing tackle. He's not a starter.
Well, we gave up on Ed Ingram.
He'd be really nice to be on the Vikings now that you got a backup.
We gave up on Ed Ingram, and here's where that problem is. That was all on Chris Cooper,
and Bradbury.
And Bradbury. They gave up on Bradbury.
We as Viking fans, and I'm not talking us three, but we as Viking fans expect every draft pick to be a starter, and if they're just a backup, backups are very important. Yeah, that's a key part of having a championship team.
And that's how people don't know, and that's where you know people that don't know football. If you're going to have a football team, you need depth. You need depth behind the starters because anything can happen.
There's nothing wrong with drafting a guy in the 4th round and having him be a quality depth piece for the next 8 years.
Matter of fact, he should be. If he's certain something's wrong.
But see, the only issue I got with the Vikings is this though. Y'all remember JJ rookie year?
Mm-hmm.
Many people said, "Oh, he ready to start for the Vikings. He gonna beat Sam Darnold out." Then a year after he got hurt, he came back. They told us he was ready to be quarterback number 1. I'm looking at the Vikings like, what the fuck is y'all looking at?
Well, Zoe, it was all because of hype from the media. Here's the way I looked at it. Like I said, when media's reported, JJ McCarthy completed all these passes in practice. He looks better than Sam Darnold. You know what? I mean, me being a coach just of little kids, here's what I'm thinking a coach would do. You have a rookie quarterback and you have a guy that's been in the league 6 years. You could go and practice, okay, we got to build this rookie's confidence up. So we're going to run stuff that we know he's good at to build his confidence. Sam, we're going to work on this stuff that we know you need work on. Okay? So, of course, one's going to do better than the other in practice because the one guy's working on something he's bad at and the other guy's doing something he's good at. And then the media reports, he looks so much better than, this guy or that guy. He needs to be the starter. It's a bunch. It's just media bullshit.
Well, you know what, though? The media, and this is national and local media, they put KOC on a pedestal as this quarterback whisperer.
Man, fuck
and he's
KOC,
not.
man, listen.
And he's not.
Listen, on this motherfucking channel.
George, I love the band Tool. I love Tool. They're good.
On this channel, we bashing KOC every motherfucking chance we get. On this channel, we want JJ McCarthy over Kevin O'Connell. I'm tired of Kevin O'Connell's slick ass. If you ever know the TB or T-Bass, we hear all the reports from JJ, from B-Flow, from Mike Pennon, from Quace. We hear everybody. But we don't hear shit about Kevin O'Connell saying anything about nothing. Like we don't know what's going on. That's my only issue, bro. You're not slick. I know what you're doing behind closed doors. I know what the fuck you're doing.
Kevin O'Connell's working.
I've never thought much of Kevin O'Connell, and my biggest worry now is seems like he's running the draft.
Yeah, the will.
And he's running the draft this year. He's out for himself, not for.
That's why we're drafting a wide receiver number 1.
Hey, I just want to know: is his wife related to the Wilf or some shit?
Oh, by the way, they never got on O'Connell about having a bunch of kids when he was coaching. He had 2 since he's been coach. But they got on Quasi about it.
Man,
And
I'm
they
not
got
buying
on
that
JJ.
shit, man. That's KOC throwing Quasi under the bus because somebody had to be the fall guy. Everybody got thrown under the bus except for Kevin O'Connell.
Gamer, you're right. A lot of that stuff coming out in public is probably from KLC. I know
it is.
I know there's one reporter that is she's always quoting something. Diane Rossini, whatever her name is. She's always quoting something about insider Viking shit. She's getting that from KLC.
She probably fucking KLC, man. Something's going like Dre say. Something's going on with the Minnesota Vikings, bro. The shit don't add up. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody, even the mainstream media, nobody is talking about Kevin O'Connell play caller but us. And that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anybody that
I hear one report yet. People talking about Kevin O'Connell play caller.
Anybody that has any football knowledge knows damn well the problem is Kevin O'Connell's play caller. What's his name has said it, though? Kurt Warner has said it. So he has made mention about Kevin O'Connell's play call.
Yeah, but he dialed back. He got that phone call.
Yep.
Like that's the part I don't like. Like, you got Vikings fans, man. Fuck Vikings fans because they don't know shit, bro.
Is Thor calling him out?
Huh?
Is Thor calling him out now? Because Thor is a podcaster too, but there's not too many people that are calling out KLC.
Oh, that's a dude from the Purple Daily.
Oh, he's calling him out? See, I don't.
Man, he don't know. Man, he don't.
I stopped listening.
I
listen to Purple
shit
Daily
on the internet. That motherfucker be talking sideways. Listen, man, fuck all the mainstream media covering the Minnesota Vikings. I'm all they asses because they ain't being real about this motherfucking football team, and they got a big voice and a big platform. Kevin O'Connell is the main problem for the Minnesota Vikings. That's the main problem.
Thor Nordstrom is JJ McCarthy's uncle.
No, he ain't.
He talks like he fucking. I mean, that guy. That's one of the reasons there was so much hype about this kid. That everybody expected him to come out from day one and being the next Joe Montana.
See, T-Bad. See, that's my issue. You know me. I'm a Michigan fan. I never said in one video, JJ McCarthy is going to ball out. I told y'all before, to me, I could upload a video. To me, he don't fit KLC offense. I don't know how this shit gonna work. I told y'all
I remember people getting all over you, Zoe, when you said, Bo Nix wasn't a bad quarterback. Yeah. He's a dinker dunk guy.
Well, now, here's the funny part about that. There's friction now with Nix and Peyton.
Yeah, but T-Bag, you know what crazy? They don't know shit. I watch football.
I mean, it's just I just all this fucking drama. Bring a quarterback in hey, you drafted the kid 10th overall. You made your bed. Now I want to see this kid play next year, and then going into year 4, you make a decision.
Yeah,
is it gonna? I mean, because next year's draft class for quarterbacks seems pretty strong.
But look though.
So I want that decision to be made this year.
They just said though, I didn't know this. They said Sean Payton is giving up play calling for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, he did.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, he is.
He may
seem this. Hey, T-Bad.
But he had to find a scapegoat though.
Hey, shout out to T-Bad. Cause he know. I told people about Bo Nix before the draft. And I got so much hate from Vikings fans. I said, damn, he played good. What y'all talking about?
Hey, let me say this real quick, though, about the Thor situation, though. He been calling them out ever since, I will say, week 10 the last season. He been calling Kevin O'Connell out for the play calling. He even did a video yesterday talking about how Kevin O'Connell really ain't a quarterback coach, that the best quarterback coach in the league is fucking Kyle Shanahan. Like he been calling them out hard. It's just the fact that
you know what that tell me, D Woods? That tells
everybody ain't stupid.
No, it tell me that motherfucker watching these fucking videos we doing. That motherfucker
Well,
knows what's going on.
I look at it this way was Thor. He basically promoted JJ McCarthy in that draft as being the best quarterback in the draft.
Well, he
You
was
guys
not
might
the
not agree, but I remember him saying, this kid's going to be the best quarterback in the draft, blah, blah, blah. He was all about JJ. So, of course, he's going to blame any shortcomings on Kevin O'Connell.
But my thing is though, T-Bass, before the draft, I could upload it. I could upload it tonight or right now. I said before the draft, JJ McCarthy is a bad fit with Kevin O'Connell because the play style don't mix.
Too many. Thor was a huge reason in my eyes for all the
They don't know shit, man.
unsubstantiated
Man,
JJ McCarthy.
Man, to this day, JJ McCarthy do not fit Kevin O'Connell offense unless he changes offense. That's the only way he's going to fix.
The only quarterback, the only quarterback that fits Kevin O'Connell's offense is a statue.
Man, fuck Kevin O'Connell offense, y'all. Fuck his offense in so many words. Fuck Kevin O'Connell offense. Fuck the Wilson. Fuck them all.
Well, it's not gonna. It's unfortunately the way I see it. It's not gonna change unless they do hire a GM that comes in and says to ownership, this guy needs to go. This guy needs to fucking go. He needs to change.
You know what? I'm gonna upload so many shorts, dogging the motherfucking Minnesota Vikings every chance I get. That bitch gonna get so many reposts. They gonna see that bitch.
Here's the thing. The Wilfs won't change anything until it affects their pockets.
The fan base turns on.
Hold on. This man I wish we got Drake. Drake may well did shit in his offense. Josh McDaniels is a way better play caller. Drake May would have been ass in his fucking offense.
And I'll be honest.
Hey, Zoe, what did I tell you?
His final year.
Hey, Zoe, what did I tell you? What did I tell you a couple of days ago? It's been the same shit, right? In the draft, everybody was talking about how every quarterback wanted to come to Minnesota because of the offense and Kevin O'Connell, right? And right now, it's being talked about that every available free agent quarterback wants to come to Minnesota because of the offense. That's Kevin O'Connell doing a narrative on the fucking shit, bro. Because don't nobody want to come. Don't nobody want to come to this shit show.
Who do it? But D Woods, my thing to you though, he think we dumb. Cause who the fuck believe that shit?
I don't.
Nobody
does. Anybody with a freaking brain knows.
No, I would say this: 90% of Vikings fans think that. The other 10% is probably on their platform now, or they probably sleep. They don't think that shit.
The thing about it too is so many people are so quick to, defending JJ McCarthy is a bad term, but the season he had this year, they're so quick to say, look at Peyton Manning, look at this guy. But you know what about those guys? The teams they were on had successful drafts before they picked their quarterback. And he might have had a bad year the first couple of years, but they had successful draft. They built a team around him.
True.
The Vikings aren't doing that. It's all about the draft. I still go back to the 2021 draft. 4 third-round picks, and the next year, 3 of them were gone. That's brutal.
Hey, know this
brutal.
Hey, do you know the Minnesota Vikings took Christian Ponder over Russell Wilson?
I mean, every team
and Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And Kaepernick.
Look
at all the teams that passed on Mahomes and Dak.
But who was in? Hey, but Zoe, who was in charge? Zoe, who was in charge? Who was in charge that when they did that?
Rick?
Rob Brzezinski.
Oh yeah, but my issue is though, T-Bass, like T-Bass, you made a comment before and you said people on the internet think they smarter than the GMs. But like I told you before, bro, I watched Christian Ponder in college. I knew Christian Ponder wasn't shit in college. So why the fuck would you draft him at the 12th pick?
Oh. Well, I'll tell you this. I've watched Anthony Richardson down here in college, and I know a lot of Florida Gator fans, and they'll all tell you he's not that fucking good. So the thing
No,
about go out
he
and
only
get Anthony
played 1 year. I never want Anthony Richardson.
No,
he's not an answer either. Fucking bringing him in.
Why? But T-Bass, why would you bring Anthony Richardson when you already got a quarterback that dealing with the same issue Anthony Richardson dealing with?
Because I think ownership, that's their current model now, is create excitement for the fans.
it's not ownership. You know what? You know one who's calling the shots? Kevin O'Connell.
How do I get a job?
Whoever it is.
I feel like the Vikings need to hire me, man.
You got about as much chance of getting that front door as I do.
No, for real though. Like all I need is 1 year. Give me an off season in the NFL draft, and I guarantee you, I will put some talent out there.
I laugh. I laugh. I still bring back this. This looks a lot like when the Chicago Bears had Wannstedt, and back in those days, they would have TV talk shows, with the coach and take callers. And I remember those days when that Hub Abosh was
his wife. His wife was fine in the motherfucker though. Christian
guy,
Ponder had a fine ass wife.
And they would
hey.
And they would take callers on the phone, and when they challenged Wannstedt, they would just hang up on them. And I would think the Vikings would be doing the same thing if they had those shows.
They've done it. They've done it with when PAs have people call in and they try to be negative. PA will hang up on them and
I don't like. Listen, I don't rock with nobody in the Minnesota media who is constantly telling people lies with a big platform. Like we 4 years in, and Kelsey being a head coach. If you gonna get on the bitch and say Kelsey's still a good head coach, he just need this. I don't give a fuck. I don't watch your shit. I'm not gonna support your shit. Fuck you and your fucking shit.
You want to know a really good show that they are telling it like it is?
In his own sports.
No, it's called something Sports Stars. There's an ex-Viking beat writer, or he might still be a Viking reporter, and they have Chuck Foreman and Mike Morris, the long snapper. I'll tell you what, they tell it like it is. They're on Kevin O'Connell, and they're on about the play calling, but they all. I mean, I remember watching the video when McCarthy's high ankle sprain. Mike Morris and Chuck Foreman both came out and said, that's not a high ankle sprain.
No, it wasn't a high ankle
sprain.
Sorry, people, it's not a high ankle sprain.
I knew that when it happened. It was a soft ankle.
But everybody was buying into it, and so
they bought into it. I didn't buy into it at all.
I knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, it was a soft benching.
There's still
it was a soft benching.
When did that soft benching come? At the toughest part of the Viking schedule.
It came with the Europe. It came with the Europe schedule.
And then some good teams. Wasn't it like?
And you lost to the Steelers, and you barely beat Cleveland.
And then they had Baltimore, right?
They lost. They got their asses kicked by the Chargers.
The Chargers, yeah, that was the four. That was considered like their tough.
And who does that fall on? That falls on KLC.
Yeah, they need to get this guy out here and play. He better fucking play this year because I don't want to go into next year.
He's the one that put Carson Wentz out there and could have, if that injury was any worse, it could have ended his career. That was a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah,
it was. And you as a head coach, you got to sit players down like, no, I got to play. I can play. No.
You can't play. Said Christian Ponder played with his he played with his brother in high school. So, and I was already a Vikings fan. So that was good for you though. But fuck Christian. Hey, tell Christian Ponder hopped on my podcast though. Young Korean. Yeah, I tell CP I fuck with him though. Oh, we got a George with the super chat. Choice opinion tonight. Great guest.
we can say the Kristen Ponder thing, but the success rate of drafting a quarterback in the first round and having it turn out great is not high. Everybody thinks it's guaranteed. You took a guy in the first round in the top 15 pick, the guy's going to be great. The success rate is probably only maybe about
the problem.
25%.
The biggest problem is now these guys are coming straight out of college into the NFL. It's a different horse. Some make it, some don't. I look at Jaden Daniels, looked great his rookie year, but then that second year he got hurt. And then they forced him out there and he got hurt again. So that can set a player back. Then sometimes these players need to sit. They just do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's all about money now because you've only got these players on a 4-year deal. So you want to get the max you can out of a 4-year rookie contract with them before you have to pony up more money. So you want to get a look at them in an early time.
Well, so I always believe in the old story that NFL's a trend league. And I think the trend was 5 years ago, this trend. You have to get a rookie quarterback on his rookie deal and win now. And I think the trend now is after the Eagles and the Seahawks, I'm hoping the trend's going to kind of turn back. They're like, listen, you can get an adequate quarterback and build a team and win championships.
We could have did it with Sam Darnold the year we had him. If we knew how to fucking play card.
We weren't nearly the team that the Seahawks or Eagles were.
That's because our play calling was ass.
That's because that's also because we don't run the ball like we should.
Yeah, we don't. That play calling.
Yep, we don't run the ball.
You never seen the Vikings since KOC been the head coach. What up, though, Drake?
Did you say Christian Ponder?
No, hold on. But you never seen the Minnesota Vikings since Kevin O'Connell been the head coach, run the football 30+ times, 3 times in a year. You never seen that.
I'll just say it. I don't think we have the trenches to be a championship team right now.
No, probably
not.
Right now,
okay, so all right. As somebody that has played in the trenches, I'm gonna put this out there. You don't know what you got in the trenches because you're putting them at a disadvantage. First of all, you've always got them pass blocking. That's the last thing you want your fucking offensive line to do. You give them a chance to show go one-on-one with a motherfucker and take them out. You run the goddamn ball. It's not rocket science.
But T-Bass, you know the only issue I got with Kevin O'Connell, and I noticed this, Kevin O'Connell wants the quarterback to be the star and be the reason we win football games.
And you can't have that.
He has the ego of he's not concerned about surrounding himself around very smart people. He wants to be the smartest guy
because he's a former failed quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
and when I say failed, I mean failed because he sucked.
That's why he will never give up calling plays.
No, his
offensive coordinator.
I told you that. Yeah, you go back and look at that clip. When the man say, "Carry my bags, Rook."
This plays don't work.
Damn, but that is our coach.
He's always going to say it's always nobody can do no wrong. He's the perfect one. He's the smartest one in the building.
And y'all know gonna be even crazier though, y'all. Once we see Clint Kubiak have success with the Raiders, and he was once in our building, and we let him go.
You know how many guys have been in this building they've let go, Dre?
Yeah.
You know how many? I mean, come on. Minnesota is just a stepping stone to a better job.
Let's see: Pete Carroll, Tomlin, Belichick, Tomlin.
Rich. You get a quarterback, you get a coach that wants to be here, and you basically kick him out. Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. Go get Lane Kiffin.
Fucking Lane Kiffin, man.
Oh, fuck Lane Kiffin. We had his dad up here. We didn't need Lane. Lane's dumbass. I call him Lame Kiffin because he is fucking lame. That motherfucker can stay wherever the fuck he is.
Hey, Pete Carroll got 100 times.
What?
Pete Carroll flip flop.
Yeah, but Pete Carroll got to start with Bud Grant.
Man, yeah, Pete Carroll don't realize when Pete Carroll was a loser. You forgot that, huh?
Oh, I remember that. He got fired from the Patriots.
Okay,
and
then.
Belichick.
Okay. Yeah. He got Pete Carroll got minutes.
We don't need no more rookie head coaches.
He ain't no rookie head coach.
Yes, he is. He ain't have coached in the NFL.
Who?
Yeah, man, that man
Lane
coached at the
Kiffin.
Raiders before.
Kiffin was in the NFL one time.
Oh, he was?
I think so.
Yeah.
Then what year was that? Tell me, TB. I know you know.
Oh,
Man,
God.
back in like 07. Man, they drafted Jamarcus Russell, man.
Oh, he was a Raider.
Russell?
He was a Raiders coach, I believe.
I wouldn't mind a rookie head
Oh,
coach.
my God.
If he has experience, head coaching experience. I want somebody with head coaching experience, even if it's on the college level. A guy that has experience running the whole team.
You got a thing with Lane Kiffin probably done recruited down there every player that's in the NFL.
Okay.
What about Lane Kiffin?
I said Lane Kiffin done probably recruited everybody that's in the NFL.
Don't mean
He probably know them from somewhere. You know, he's a top-notch recruiter, man. And he a hell of a he can know he can 100 times better play caller than goddamn KOC. I guess.
Bro, I'm a better play caller than goddamn KOC. I call better plays on goddamn Madden than he does.
Hey, you just get Lane Kiffin some defense. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. He gonna get on your ass. The problem was him. He didn't want Jamarcus Russell. He wanted Calvin Johnson. And him and Al Davis bumped heads like that. That's how he ended up in Tennessee.
Yeah, that was right.
Okay, so I respect him more. Cause Russell, so I respect him more off that move.
Nobody wanted Jamarcus Russell. That was the funny part.
They knew
he was going to be bad.
He get a bad rap because he coached at us for 1 year and then got up and vamp, and then you know the rest.
Mm-hmm. You went back to college.
He about old enough to be an NFL coach now.
Age don't mean nothing. You got motherfuckers 30 years old being NFL head coaches.
Yeah, and they ain't got you see that's where it got us.
You know.
We did it with O'Connell. You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys think do you guys think somebody like Brian Billick or Tony Dungy would be interested in a GM job?
Not here because of the dynamics of how Minnesota is run. They wouldn't come up here because they would not have full control. Nobody's coming up here unless they get full control.
Yeah,
I think Dungy would be a great GM.
And I don't think, and I'm going to tell you something. The guys you mentioned, I don't think they want the headache. They're in their damn near 80 years old. They don't want nothing to do with no damn NFL team. They done already had their time.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm thinking of them of a lot younger than what they are.
I know, and that's when you put those names, it's like those are great names, but then you look and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm 60 and they was already like 8-9 years ahead of me.
Yeah,
how about
80.
How about who?
Mike Tomlin? Would he be a good GM, you think?
Who?
Tomlin be a better head coach.
I ain't gonna lie, hell no.
No.
You want somebody, you know who could be a GM if they let him, because he's a good draft guy and he's somebody clearly out of the box. Corey Chavis.
From where?
He was a draft guy, but he's done a lot of other stuff too. Plus, he's a former player, former Viking.
Yeah, he used to play. He's from Vanderbilt. He used to play for
the Cardinals and the Vikings
before he came to the Vikings. Damn.
He's a Cardinal. He was a Cardinal.
Yeah, he used to give Peyton Manning hell.
See, D Wood talking about Adrian Wilson. He loved Adrian Wilson.
Adrian Wilson's another one.
Yeah, that's another guy.
Adrian Wilson is another one. It would help to have someone that has that experience.
How do you guys think this draft is going to fall for the Vikings?
Like the
they're drafting a wide receiver number 1.
Like the rest of the draft did?
Oh God, yes, because it's Kevin O'Connell's draft. He's drafting a wide receiver number 1.
I won't be mad at that though.
Damn, I go, man, go shoot for John Lynch. Hell, he ain't won shit in San Fran.
Yeah, but that's his team. He's got control.
So Tony, you're looking at it being an offensive heavy draft.
I'm looking at it as it's gonna be what Kevin O'Connell wants, his new toys, and then he'll let Brian Flores have a couple of picks.
I can't believe you just said that. Yeah, but he's in control. Hey, that's what a GM's supposed to do. Be in control.
Minnesota.
Not in Minnesota. Not in the dynamics of Minnesota. That's what I've been telling people. I told people this before. Even Kwesi was here. Everybody's like, let Kwesi cook, let Kwesi cook. Kwesi ain't cooking a goddamn thing. He ain't even close to the microwave because he's by everybody.
And do y'all know Kwesi is suing the Minnesota Vikings right now?
Is that true?
I think that D Woods said to me.
D Woods, I talked to D Woods about that. And if it is, good.
He got a case.
Good. Because what that's going to do is put the Minnesota Viking front office in the spotlight, and it's not going to look good.
Yeah.
What's he suing him for?
They've slandered his name.
Oh, okay.
They've slandered his name. They made everything wrong with the team fall on him.
Let all that shit come out.
Let it all come out. Let it all come out. Because what they've done by saying all this, they made it, if Kwesi wanted to get back into the NFL as a GM, they made it harder for him because they have slandered his name. They have. But, it might be fake. Whoever put it out there, I'll tell you what, sometimes that fake shit ends up being reality. He could be in talks about it, maybe looking at his options. He's still on the Viking payroll.
Yeah, for a couple of years, right?
For a couple of years, unless they would have paid him off if they.
He might have just signed a 3-year or 4-year deal, right? So he was year one of a 3-year. Okay, so they owe him.
So what the hell is going on? What I mean, is this fact? I know D Woods won't put out nothing like that.
No, he saw it on Twitter too, so there's some truth to it. There might
be some truth to it though, because
there might be some truth to it.
I can see him suing the Vikings. Because I told people years ago, man, Kwesi ain't got a damn voice in that damn room.
They shot him down every chance they had. And then the last year, they signed a couple of players. They went over Kwesi's authority. They went to Rob Brzezinski.
Yeah.
So Kwesi was already getting voted out. Kwesi got voted out. Kwesi basically was null and void on any decisions he made when he brought in Jim Harbaugh.
That's why I think a GM search is all smoke and mirrors. Brzezinski's got the job.
It's Brzezinski's job. You don't bring in another cap guy and say he's only working till the draft unless you're going to keep him and you're going to make Brzezinski the guy, because guess what? Whoever you bring in here is not going to play by the same rules.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bunch of stuff to generate excitement. Like, hey, Tony Dungy, do us a favor and come up and interview for the GM job. And then it's all, Vikings energy. And then it's excitement.
The only person you could get would probably be that McKay dude from LA. And he's got a connection to KOC. And also, I think he's KOC's dude, so he won't rock the boat too much. He'll be in line with KOC.
Yeah, because you don't fire the GM at that point that they did without having a plan.
No. And now, keep in mind, people, everybody was like, well, if you're going to fire Kwesi, you should have fired KOC. No, because here's the deal. KOC and Kwesi were not joined at the hip. They were not part of it. If you were Kwesi wanted Harbaugh. The board wanted KOC. So, including Rob Brzezinski.
So is McCarthy and KOC joined at the hip?
What do you mean? Oh,
they both fail?
No, because KOC will still have a gig, and if McCarthy fails, That's they're going to blame McCarthy for it, but it's KLC's fault.
So that won't be a death knell for KLC, you know?
No.
I would think even most Viking fans would demand that.
A death nail for KLC would be he loses that locker room and they have a losing season.
By week 6. It's going down.
Because you don't bring in, because the whole thing with the hiring of Frank Smith, he's a solid run guy. He wants to run the ball. The first time KLC blows him off, you don't think Smith is going to be pissed? He's going to keep telling him to run the ball, and KLC is going to be like, no, I'm throwing it. That ain't going to work. And also, you now sign Brian Flores to a multi-year deal. Who says Brian Flores is going to have that defense bail out that offense every time they get a chance? Not going to happen.
Is that the potential that's going to turn the locker room when players know that Smith is saying, listen, we got to run the ball, and KLC blowing him off? That could be the.
He's going to lose. He's probably lost that locker room already.
No, I think he did because of Carson Wentz.
He's lost that locker room because of the whole quarterback thing. How their players notice how they're talking shit about JJ McCarthy, whether you like him or not. He is your teammate. You're going to go to bat for him. Doesn't help that Justin threw him under the bus too in an interview. And then he retracted it real quick, but Justin threw his ass under the bus too. So you've already got dissension in that locker room. And you've got some holes that are going on that you can't cover that up no matter how hard you try. And KLC is a soft ass head coach. He doesn't know how to handle it.
Right.
He doesn't have the coaching mentality to put, somebody KLC yell at me, I'm laughing. I'm sorry. He yell at me, I'm like, motherfucker, please. If you was anybody else, if Jim Harbaugh yells at me, I'm gonna take notice. Tomlin, take notice. KLC, fuck you, motherfucker. I ain't listening to you.
There hasn't been one instance of since he's been here, like a surprise cut or something, a benching at all that he's done.
Well, you know what? He has avoided anybody talking shit about him. That's left the team. That probably all changes now with Kwesi gone.
I'm hoping Adam Thielen talks.
Thielen will probably say something.
But I'm telling you this, though, Zoe. I'm telling you this. EJ played the clip. This man said, I can't wait till we get back to the things we used to do. He said it.
Who said that?
KLC.
What he used to do? Get an early lead and then sit around for 2 quarters and watch the lead go and win it?
I guess he said he said JJ need to learn this damn offense. Regardless, I'm going to be stubborn and run my offense. I can't wait to get back to the things to do. That he didn't like running the ball to what we did them last 5 games.
Oh, you mean the 5 wins?
After we played the Seahawks, we won the rest of our game.
I can say this, though. I would hope JJ McCarthy going into year 3 has a pretty good grasp of offense.
Here's the thing with JJ. This is the thing with JJ McCarthy that nobody's looking at, and we haven't had this in a long time. Viking fans know this. We have never had a vocal leader. We haven't had a vocal leader, maybe Dante, but definitely since Tommy Kramer. We have not had a vocal leader. We have not had a quarterback goes out there talk shit. We've not had a quarterback that will, he's got that, as they say, moxie. He's got
change play in the huddle. Say fuck the coach. I'm changing the play.
Fuck. He's blew off KLC. We haven't had that quarterback in years, and Viking fans don't know how to deal with it. They want a little prissy ass fucking, I'll just wait and watch the film and see what happens. I don't know. That type of shit. They aren't used to a quarterback to say, fuck you, I'm calling this play because this play will work.
And all this talk about bringing guys in, about the only guy that I seen that they talk that would probably do that is Rodgers.
No, Rodgers would be the first one to tell KOC to go fuck himself.
TV. That's the first thing McCarthy need to do is go change his number. You don't deserve to wear number 9, first and foremost.
Why not?
To me, I felt like that was disrespect.
Disrespect to who?
Tommy Kramer. That was the quarterback I really grew up on.
Oh, Drunk Tommy?
Drunk Tommy.
Two Drunk Tommy?
That was the last sustaining quarterback we had.
Yeah, he was fine as long as his ass was drunk. When he was sober, look what happened.
Didn't he, when he left college, he had all the passing records, right?
Yeah, he was a drunk. He was a drunk in college too.
No, he had all the passing.
He went to Rice.
I do believe he had most of the passing records, if I remember.
Okay, Gamer. When Tommy Kramer was quarterback, the offense was on fire. The problem was the defense. They let that Bud let the defense go to hell, and all the guys he drafted to replace the Purple People Eaters didn't live up to it. The only one that was really, really good was Doug Martin. And between injuries and holdouts, he never. And
then when Burns got the team, they had a great defense
and a terrible offense.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But Tommy was, when Tommy sobered up for the 13th time, he made all pro. And then the next year he got busted drunk driving again, and he had to go to rehab, and he was never the same after that.
We did come close. We just didn't freaking win it, man.
We came close, and it was Wade Wilson at quarterback.
Yeah, but he came in as a backup.
Yeah, because Tommy's drunk in rehab.
No, but that's back when Dallas and when Dallas and Minnesota used to go back and forth all the time.
Well, no, okay.
In the early 80s.
The early 80s, we should have been in the playoffs more than we were, but guess what? They look like the current Vikings. And then the only reason we made the playoffs that one year was because of that Hail Mary pass.
That's another thing I wonder about what those Viking teams would have looked like if they would have drafted Marcus Allen instead of
That's the biggest what if. You passed on Marcus Allen, you passed on Gerald Riggs, you passed on Abercrombie, you passed on Nelson. But you took Darren Nelson instead, and he cost us a championship game in '87.
Wasn't that the first year they were playing in the dome? So their excuse was Nelson looked like he was going to be a better guy on turf.
Yeah, Nelson. And you know what? Nelson was so happy to be a Viking. He held out and he said, "I don't want to go to Minnesota." And he ended up signing, but he missed it.
But anyway, man, I'm just saying this KOC shit. Give me best case scenario, man. I'm like,
well, you guys got him. You guys got him probably being fired in the middle of the year.
Yeah. I think no later than week 8, man. I think it's gonna be like a Brad Childress thing.
The only way it's a Brad Childress thing is if somebody calls Mark Wilf and tells him that it's bad, or else. But he'll probably might.
You need Mike Tyson in the locker room at the time.
He might last the whole season and then they fire him at the end. Or you got a lot. You got Smith in there. Smith is an outsider, so Smith is coming in. If things don't work out with Smith, Smith could be the one to be like, okay, you know what? I can't work with this guy. I just can't. He's not listening.
This is my worst case scenario.
What's up, Yogi? And then you've got 2 coaches in waiting. You've got Brian Flores. You've got Frank Smith, who's got the assistant head coach gig. So if he does get the can, which is the middle of the year, possibly, if they only win 2 games, if they're only like 2-10, maybe 2-8, he's gone.
So giving Smith the assistant coach tag, do you think that's kind of like a behind the scenes message that ownership's AOC? Like, hey,
I don't know. And I don't understand how you give him that tag and not Brian Flores, unless Flores may have a wink and a nod deal that should it come open, you're going to get it.
I don't believe that because the ownership, NFL owners are tight knit, good old boys thing, and I don't think the Wills.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. Who did he negotiate that contract with? Was that Kwesi or was that Rob?
But I just think if KLC does get fired, a lot of people think Brian Flores is guaranteed to get the head coaching job. I think the Wills will fall in line with the owner.
Well, here's the thing with the Wills now. Here's the thing with the NFL. This lawsuit can go public, and it's going to be a big black eye on this league. It's going to be really bad.
Which is going to even make the owners even more pissed.
But you know what? If you start losing money from certain demographics, it's going to fuck you over. It's going to fuck your bottom line.
Well, that's what would have to happen.
Here's the thing. You ain't got no black coaches, but a majority of your players in this league are black.
But all right,
you're gonna have to figure out some way to get that demographic up there. And if this lawsuit comes out the way it is, Florida's gonna have a gig, and it might be with the Vikings.
But that ain't the point. That's not the Viking way, man. You know what?
What, Dre? The Viking. What has the Viking way got us?
This was gonna happen to us, TB, and this is the worst case scenario. The Vikings are gonna win a playoff game with this dude, and we're gonna lose, and then we're gonna have hype for another year. Oh, KLC can do it. That is the worst case scenario, and I bet you. Just because it's the Vikings way, it's gonna go down that way.
Well, first of all, I know you just wait. You got KOC went up.
Man, we got Yogi in the building. We got Yogi.
Well, hey, guys, the biggest thing about this lawsuit that may come out for the positive is how ridiculous this Rooney Rule is. It's just fucking stupid. All these teams. You know, you could have a racist owner. All he has to do is, well, we got to fucking bring in Tony, and I check the box.
You know who's okay? You want to know who's the biggest? Stupid. I'm going to tell you something. You want to know who the biggest F-ups of the Rooney Rule is? The Minnesota Vikings. And you know why that is? Let me explain, since nobody knows this story. When they fired Mike Tice, Brad Childress was on a plane to Minnesota, and he made his demands known that if he didn't get what he wanted in Minnesota, his ass was going to Green Bay, and he was going to get everything there. So what did the Wilfs do? They kept Brad Childress in a hotel room for 4 days. Why? So they could interview Ted Cottrell to appease the Rooney Rule, knowing they weren't giving him the gig.
It's this Rooney Rule. Everybody thinks, the NFL.
It was meant to give deserving coaches a shot, but then the owners found a way to skirt it.
Exactly, and I hope that comes out in this lawsuit.
The owners found a way to skirt it, and they've been skirting it ever since. Because you can't tell me that friggin' half these coaches that got hired in this circle of coaches in this cycle are better than Brian Flores. You can't tell me that.
And I've heard stories. I forgot who it was. He goes, "I'm on a plane going to an interview at a job, and I'm told the job's filled already. You're just going to check the box off."
Yeah, and the Wilfs were quiet about it. They didn't tell anybody. They kept it hush hush. But they hired Childress. Like they fired Mike Tice that Sunday. Late Thursday of that week, it was already out that they were having a presser on Friday to announce Brad Childress.
Yeah.
And the only reason that Leslie Frazier got the gig he got when he got it was because Frazier was a top candidate to be the top head coach in the next cycle of coaching searches. So that's how Frazier got the gig.
And also they checked the box a little bit. Okay.
And check the box. But now I mean, Kwesi was a box check. Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah. So my basic thing is this Rooney Rule didn't solve anything.
But here's another thing too. Now this is where the Vikings had a couple of chances to get other coaches, and they turned down interviews. One was Raheem Morris. He turned down the Vikings because they already knew they were going to give it to Childress. The other one was D'Amico Ryan. He turned it down because they knew they were going to give not Childress, they were going to give the job to O'Connell.
Yeah, they didn't want to be the guy that they were just checking.
D'Amico Ryan, win. Hell no.
Yeah, he turned down the Vikings.
Who? When?
He turned them down in when they hired O'Connell. Him and Raheem Morris both. They turned down the Vikings for an interview.
O'Connell. Okay.
When they were going through that search that O'Connell eventually got, and this was after the whole Jim Harbaugh thing too.
What black coach did the Vikings interview in the O'Connell?
They interviewed what was his name?
I know you have to, right?
You don't. You should. You don't have to. They've skirted that one too. You're supposed to. You're supposed to go in for an interview.
I wonder if because two coaches backed out, that counts as well. We offered an interview.
You know what? Let's just put it this way. Not only do players talk amongst each other, so do coaches. So do coaches.
So do agents.
Is this thing what D Wood say true? Do you think he gonna let the kid out the bag? Kwesi? Is he gonna tell us what's really going on? Since they got this code to secrecy?
Oh, it's gonna come out.
I think it all depends on if he wants to go back to Wall Street. He'll probably keep his mouth shut. If he wants to stay in football, he may talk.
Who?
Kwesi.
Yeah, he'll talk anyway. He don't have to stay in football. He'll go. He can do anything. He can go back to Wall Street and be fine.
But no. What I'm saying, if he wants to stay in football, he may stay quiet.
Well, that's bullshit. He'll have a jib. He'll have a gig. Fucking Gruden's got a gig waiting for him when this lawsuit's over, and his lawsuit's able to go public. So yeah, these guys all talking. They all got jobs.
Yeah, but Gruden's white. Kwesi's black. And
Kwesi still get a job. Kwesi still might not be running a team, but he'll get a job.
The NFL ownership's a bunch of good old boys, racist boys. You'll never.
The biggest one down there is Miami, and so he thought he could get everybody, off his back by hiring McDaniel, who is black, but he found the lightest version of black he could find. But it kept the heat off of him with the whole tour thing because he unjustly fired Brian Flores. And he didn't want to look like a rape, but he's a good old boy himself. He is a good old boy.
They're all good. They all are. Most of them.
Yeah, the owners, it's all about the money. It's all about, they don't know. They really, very few owners of any sport know anything about their sport. But in football, there's a bunch of owners that don't know shit about football.
Why do you think I know this because I was living up in Chicago at the time. Why do you think Walter Payton was never able to be a owner? They fucking blackballed him. He had the back, he had the money.
He had a group, yeah.
They would not. They didn't want Walter Payton to be an owner.
Well, and now it's kind of changed because what's his name has got ownership in the Commanders, Magic Johnson. So that's kind of changed it.
They didn't talk too, because I remember at the time, Los Angeles did not have a team, and he was on a radio show, and they're like, well, why don't you try to put the team in Los Angeles, Walter, and stuff? And he said, let me tell you something. Los Angeles is off limits. That's been promised to somebody already. Now, who that was?
The Raiders fought it for years to keep a team out of there. And then the only reason Kroenke went back, Kroenke took the Rams back to L.A. was because he built that stadium there. But
I remember Payne saying that. He goes, LA's been promised, that's a done deal. That's off limits.
But it took LA 20 some odd years to get a team back.
This was probably in the 90s when Walter was trying to.
Yeah, because in the 90s, when it was announced that Houston was going to get another team, which became the Texans, it was between Houston and LA. Houston had everything set to go. LA did not have the funding or nothing, and the NFL extended it an extra.
Is football the only sport? If you want to buy the team, the rest of the owners have to agree to let you.
I think basketball like that too.
Basketball's like that too.
That's pretty shady to me. You got the money, you got the we have to vote you to this club, which tells me you're going to fall in line and do what.
Why do you think they turned on Daniel Snyder?
Mm-hmm.
That's the classic case right there.
Didn't they vote down Tom Clancy when he tried to buy the Vikings?
The Clancy didn't have the money.
Okay, he didn't have the money. Okay.
He didn't have the money. But with Daniel Snyder, when he threatened to put it out there about Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft and all those guys, the NFL owners were like, we got to get him out of here. Mm-hmm. They had to get him out of there because he had lost control of that team. The NFL covered up so much stuff when it came to Snyder. They covered up all the sexual harassment lawsuits he had. They covered it up, literally covered it up. The guy was literally playing grab ass with the office ladies. It was that bad. And he would go on the photo shoots with the cheerleaders. They do their calendar thing, and he was doing inappropriate things there. And the NFL.
First of all, I ain't gonna say nothing. So
the NFL covered it
up. And I shouldn't say stuff. It always come back to that, man.
But you know what made the NFL finally say we're done with you? Was when FedEx walked away from the stadium rights deal. When FedEx walked away from sponsorship in the NFL, that's when they wanted to get rid of Snyder.
So what made them draft Christian Ponder then? When they could have drafted Russell Wilson. Even in the third round, they probably could have got him.
Who?
Minnesota.
How'd you get on that? I'm talking about a whole different situation. What are you talking about?
I know, but I'm just saying that too, though. If you're gonna say all that,
Black medicine,
what's the deal? It's all about the decisions. If you're gonna look at it from the route you talking about, like on that right there, you know what I'm saying? It just comes back on poor, stupid ass decisions.
Yeah, that come from the top. That come from
every
the top.
Single freaking. How can you do it every single freaking time, though? Every single freaking time.
Because there's nobody there to check them.
I mean, you can't. You gonna tell me if if you were shooting dice, you just gonna crap out every time. Every time.
Millionaires can do that. Millionaires will do that because the NFL makes big time money. Big time money. If an NFL owner tells you that team is going broke, he's lying like a motherfucker because that team is making money hand over fist. Whether it's 500 or lower, he's still making money.
I too think when a person goes by the Vikings, and they give them these ownership meetings, it wouldn't surprise me if they would say, listen, we're going to let you buy the Vikings, you're going to make a shit ton of money. But our business blueprint for the league is the Vikings are a team that's never bad, and they're a great stepping stone to create rivalries and stuff, and that's what you're going to have. You agree to that. And Okay.
Well, if they were gonna, if they were gonna agree to that, they should have put somebody in there that knows football, because the Wolves don't know shit about football.
They run that shit like a Congress.
You know
what? They run a front office like a Congress. All these people been in there damn 20 years.
Since when the Wolves bought the team, most of the people that are with them now, unless they've passed away, are still there.
Yeah, they like Congress.
I think Brzezinski's been there the longest because he was there before the Wolves.
Yeah, still making decisions and stuff behind the back at that.
That's because you've got ownership that's
making owner money. They're the people who've been there for 20, 25 years. They've made the ownership money every year. That's the bottom line.
The league makes money. The league makes money every year. That's the thing. The league makes money. All they got to do is slap that shield on some sort of product, and they're making money. Bottom line.
Yeah, it's like years ago when everybody went crazy over the Colin Kaepernick taking it.
The whole thing with Cap, it got political, and that was problem number one.
But what people don't realize is before the NFL signed a huge contract with the armed forces, the national anthem was never fucking televised during football games.
Oh, by the way, you know how that
was during a commercial break.
Do you know how that whole salute to service works? That whole contract deal? Whole lot of motherfuckers don't know this. The armed services paid the NFL. The NFL don't do shit out of the goodness of their heart. If there's that whole cancer thing, that whole salute to service, they're paying the NFL top dollar to acknowledge it.
Exactly. So what I'm saying, the people that were all up in arms about Kaepernick taking a knee during the national anthem, where were they bitching before this huge contract with the armed forces when the national anthem wasn't even fucking televised?
No, it was never televised.
Nobody was bitching then about, I can't believe the national anthem ain't fucking televised before the...
because somebody decided to make it a hot topic issue, a political issue. I ain't gonna say their name.
Never noticed that.
No, I know, but it's fucking ridiculous. These people, I knew people were like, I'll never watch the NFL again. I'm like, okay, next time you're at a high school game and a fucking guy doesn't take the hat off next to you, yell at him.
I had a friend of mine that was saying he was never going to watch the NFL again after what happened, after the whole thing.
Yeah, I fucking laughed at him.
And then he comes at me and he's like, can you believe this shit that's going on with the Vikings? I'm like, wait a minute. You said you weren't watching football. What the fuck? You said you weren't watching football, you lying motherfucker. Now what? Look at you bitch.
I used to tell people, you're so offended by that. Next time you're at a sporting event and you see these people talking or not taking their hats off, why don't you fucking say something to them? If it's so offensive, a fucking guy took a knee, where are you when you're at a game and people are fucking talking on their phones, not taking their hat off?
If I don't watch,
if
I don't watch a Viking game, it's because the team sucks, which is I've actually scaled back watching games because I don't like what they're putting on the field. Line. So I won't invest my time. I've got 50 some odd years invested in this team and they ain't doing shit.
Tony, I can't even remember the last time I was really excited about a Viking team. I can't fucking remember.
It's been a while for me.
Yeah, man. But TB, hey, TB and T-Bass, man, I gotta get out of here, man.
All right, brothers, it was good.
Later. All right.
Hey, I appreciate y'all hopping on the channel, man. I'm gonna go live once again. Just watch out. And I appreciate.
All right, don't forget about Bo Nix, though.
Yeah.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, my guy. I need everybody, man, to subscribe to the channel. Like this video, leave a comment. We went live talking about the Minnesota Vikings and a problem. But subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I will be live once again One day this week. I don't know what day it would be though, but I will be live. You gotta watch my channel, man. Or follow me on all social media platform, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I post on Twitter and Instagram before I go live, so you get a head start over there though. But if you watch my channel, watch my page, I for sure will post hours ahead of time before I go live. But y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of the week, and it's still Skol to the bowl.